All right, let's talk about something huge, AI. It's changing pretty much everything about how we work. So today, we're going to break down the risks, uncover some really surprising opportunities, and get into the specific skills you need to not just survive, but actually thrive. And we're going to pay special attention to what this all means for India.
Wow. Let's just start with that. 50% of these jobs will be gone in 5 years. That's not some random pundit. That's the founder of Anthropic, one of the biggest AI companies in the world. You know, when the people actually building the technology are sounding alarms this loud, it's probably a good time to start listening. The stakes are incredibly high.
So, what is the problem really? Well, the thing is, AI job disruption isn't a what-if anymore. It's not some far-off thing we have to worry about later. It is happening right now. So let's take a look at which jobs are most at risk according to the big players in tech.
Microsoft put out a major report that pointed to over 40 jobs that are going to be seriously shaken up by AI. And just look at this list. It's not one specific industry. We're talking software engineers, graphic designers, writers, accountants, data scientists. I mean, the list goes on. Basically, if your job involves sitting in front of a computer, it's on the line.
And you know where this tidal wave is hitting first? It's the entry-level roles. These are the jobs that are the first step on the career ladder for literally millions of people. Think about it. The starting point for so many careers, and that's exactly where automation is hitting first and hardest.
If you want to see how the market is reacting to all this, you just have to look at this number, 10%. When UPS announced they were laying off 48,000 workers, their stock didn't crash. No, it jumped up by 10%. Let that sink in for a second. The market is actively rewarding companies for replacing people with automation. That creates this really powerful and, frankly, kind of scary feedback loop.
Now, this is a global thing, for sure, but there's a really interesting reason why this disruption could hit India particularly hard. For decades, a huge part of India's economic success has been its massive, skilled, and cost-effective workforce, right? Especially in IT. But what happens when that core advantage, that secret weapon, is suddenly threatened?
Well, it comes down to this core idea called the economy of inefficiency. It sounds complex, but it's actually super simple. It's a system where instead of building a better process to solve a problem, you just hire more people. You have a gap in your workflow, hire somebody to fill it. That person gets overwhelmed, no problem, hire 2 interns to help them. It's a people-first solution, and it's been an engine for creating a ton of jobs.
And the difference between the US and Indian models is just stark. In the US, you can have a company with only 150 employees that's worth $1 billion because they're obsessed with system thinking and efficiency. Meanwhile, in India, it's totally normal to see these huge IT service companies with hundreds of thousands of employees. This people-thinking model, using humans to patch up process gaps, created millions of jobs. But here's the catch. Those are the exact types of jobs that AI is designed to automate away.
Okay, I know, that all sounds pretty bleak. But here's the thing with every major disruption. It also creates major opportunity. You just have to know where to look. The key is to pivot our thinking away from the old jobs and towards the new problems that need solving.
So this is the question we absolutely have to be asking ourselves right now. If all those old inefficiencies are about to be automated away, who's going to be left in the dust? Who is going to desperately need experts to help them figure this all out? The answer isn't the big tech companies.
No, it's the backbone of the Indian economy, the millions of small and medium-sized businesses, the SMEs. These are the businesses that run on those exact inefficiencies we were just talking about. They don't have the time or the teams to figure out AI. And that gap is a massive, massive opportunity for a whole new generation of professionals.
So here's what you can actually do. You can become the expert who builds AI agents that create their ads. You can set up AI voice agents that handle their sales calls so they can scale without hiring 20 people. You can help them automate all their boring internal processes. This creates an amazing new business model. Think of it as service as a software. Imagine going to a local restaurant and offering them a monthly package where an AI writes their social media posts, an AI chatbot handles their reservations, and another AI finds them catering leads. You manage the tech, they get the results. You become their entire marketing department for a fraction of the cost. That's the future.
Okay, so we've spotted the opportunity. Now let's get practical. What are the actual tools and skills you need right now to build this new kind of career? Let's open up the AI toolkit.
Here's a classic professional challenge, right? You're about to walk into a really big meeting. A job interview, a sales pitch, maybe even a first date. How do you get past their LinkedIn profile and really understand who you're about to talk to and, more importantly, how to talk to them?
Well, this is where a crazy tool like Crystal Knows comes in. It's a Chrome extension that literally analyzes a person's entire online presence, their writing, their comments, all of it, and creates a detailed personality profile. It gives you a playbook that says, hey, this person is really direct, so get straight to the point. Or, this person values building rapport, so start with some small talk. It's a serious competitive edge.
But it's not just about these niche tools. It's about knowing which of the big AI models to use for which job. Think of it this way. Grok is your go-to when you need to know what people are saying right now, because it's plugged directly into X. ChatGPT is your reliable workhorse for all the everyday stuff, like quick emails and edits. And then there's Claude. When you need to create really high-quality, nuanced writing, Claude is your artist. Using the right tool for the job is a superpower. So, this brings us to what I think is the single most important skill that ties all of this together. Because it doesn't matter what fancy AI you're using if you don't know how to talk to it. The master key, the whole ballgame, is mastering the art of the prompt.
You've got to forget just asking simple questions. The magic prompt formula can make your requests literally 10 times better. It's just 4 simple parts. Number 1, give the AI a role. Tell it who to be. Number 2, give it an objective. What's the goal? 3, provide context. What's the background here? And 4, add any specific data if you've got it.
Just look at the difference this makes. A simple prompt is, write an email asking for a day off. Okay, you'll get something back. But a magic prompt? It's a game changer. Look at this. You are an expert copywriter with 15 years of sales experience. Your objective is to write a persuasive email to a 45-year-old boss who dislikes leaves, convincing him to grant me 2 days off even though I have no vacation days left. The quality of what you'll get from that second prompt is going to be in a completely different universe than the first. This is the skill that separates the amateurs from the pros.
So, as we wrap this up, this is the one thing to remember. The real fear isn't that some machine is coming for your job. The real threat, and also the real opportunity, is the person sitting next to you who has figured out how to master these tools. So the only question left is, are you going to be that person? Are you ready?